everyone, Kaylin here. I am back with another vlog, and this time I want to do a pregnancy update slash like pregnancy chat with you all. I am almost at third trimester, and so I really just wanted to talk to you guys about what pregnancy has been like, the things that worked for me versus the things that may work for you or may work for other women. Also, I wanted to talk about just wisdom. So this is my first time being pregnant, right? And I don't know literally a lot. I do not know a lot at all. However, I do have some wisdom for you all, just because of what worked for me, what didn't work for me, and what other people have shared with me, and what keeps me peaceful, what keeps me at peace. So I'll be sharing all these updates with you all today. Just like my previous sit down video, thank you for your patience when I'm making these videos. Again, I am pregnant, so I do have to go a lot slower in even talking because my energy is so low sometimes. So thank you for just your patience with me throughout this whole process. Okay, so on social media, I had posted about and this is the first thing I want to talk about too. I posted about how grateful I was that I had our baby showers out of the way earlier in the pregnancy versus later on in the pregnancy. And so that's my first comment, is that it being my first pregnancy and my energy goes so quickly, like I just said, that I'm so thankful I got the baby showers out the way. And that's because now, since we're reaching towards the end and our baby is due this spring, there's a lot that I have to do and a lot my husband has to do, such as renovating the home, getting a new couch, selling our couch now. There's food prep, financial prep, everything that we have to do. And since my energy is dying quickly now, I know that by a certain time it's going to be ready for me to sit, and all I can do is just sit and stretch, eat and sleep. That is going to be it. There are so many people commenting and asking why did we have both baby showers, one in here and one in Ohio, so early. And the reason being is because I knew that I wanted it when I wanted it, number one. And I knew that this is my first pregnancy, and I was already getting tired, and I could see myself getting a little bit more tired and stuff like that because my eating was already increasing, that it was just better to do it then, especially with the help that I did have. The help I had is more available back then than it is now. Like my girls now, one's writing a book, PhD program, jobs, all those things, so their availability would be a lot less. So I say all that to say, if it's your first pregnancy and you are debating on when to have the baby shower, whenever your friends are doing it, my only recommendation, and I'm going to be saying this a lot in this video, to the mamas, do it when you're ready, and do it when you feel like you have enough energy and enough capacity. I recommend getting it out the way early. It doesn't have to be as early as I did it. I did mine at like 16 weeks, but it does not have to be that early. It could be the beginning of your third trimester or even in your second trimester. And I say that because a lot of times, and I've heard this from a lot of other women too, that their pregnancies, their babies came way earlier than they thought. One of my close friends, her baby came 20 days before the due date. And that's so common. And nothing was prepared. The baby room wasn't prepared. Nothing like that was prepared. So I encourage moms and dads out there that if you all, if you all have free time and your friends in your community are available to help you all with the baby shower, get it when you can and when you have the most energy. It does take a lot of energy with baby showers, such as planning the registry, making sure you have the right stuff, counting the right stuff, making sure all that stuff is there. Then the thank you cards for the people, you have to make a note of who all blessed you with what and how many of those things they blessed you with. So there's a lot of tallies, and I'm an admin person, so I love doing those things, but I love doing it when I have the energy for it now. So those things really make me happy and bring me joy, but I'm just telling you the reality of it too. Knowing the type of Pampers to get, that's something. knowing the clothes size and the Pampers. So they say generally you get newborn to 3 months just because babies grow so quickly. So all those things in mind, and then you want to go slowly in your pregnancy too. You don't want to be too overwhelmed depending on how your pregnancy is. Maybe you have enough energy for it. Maybe this is not your first child, or whatever your case is. Depending on how your energy and your moods are and your emotions are, you want to do it when you're at your best, not necessarily when you're just trying to make it day by day. Hope that helps. I want to say the second point is, moms, do not feel guilty for any part of your pregnancy, for any decision you have to make, for your time sleeping, your time eating, how frequent it is, delayed in text message responses, even to the point of whether you want to do an epidural or not. Whatever you want to do, just do not feel guilty. This is your choice. And a lot of times as moms and moms to be, and I know I'm saying this because I've been so guilty throughout the majority of the pregnancy journey, and I shouldn't have been. We have so much guilt. I have faced guilt of not responding back to the closest friends around me because of my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule is off. Evenings are the worst, so I can typically sleep better during the day than it is any other time. So I felt guilty by that. I felt guilty because I ate so much, and it was just, it's new. And I'm not used to eating that much and sleeping this much too. And when I don't sleep a lot, like, I get headaches, really bad migraines. When I don't drink enough water, it's really bad migraines too. Trying to figure out how to sleep and waking my husband up because it's so uncomfortable for me. I faced so much guilt. Even I had almost questioned when I wanted the baby shower. That was when I recognized that and I knew I made the right decision. I said enough is enough with the guilt. Like, I'm no longer going to be guilty about the things I know are right and the things that I know I should be doing. I'll tell you moms the same thing. Do not be guilty. If you, example, I am in a hibernation season. I am consecration. It's consecration for me. So my time and my communication is very, very minimum. And it's consecration. This is just mini sidebar because this is not even forced. In fact, I've tried to hang out with my friends. I've tried to schedule dates and things, and nothing, I mean nothing works. And I'm in prayer, and God is telling me to build, to work, to rest, everything I need to do. And really, I need to focus on that. I really need to focus on what God is saying. So I'm saying that because I'm now embracing my hibernation season. I'm embracing where God has me, whether it's slow, boring, fast in other areas, slow in other areas. That's fine with me because I know where I'm going. I know the direction I'm going. Also, don't feel guilty about any process. Who you have and who you talk to, who you communicate to, who you listen to. Do not feel guilty. Which brings me to my third point. There are lots of suggestions, lots of suggestions and opinions concerning pregnancy. Obviously, a lot from other women who have already been pregnant before. I will say this: it's your choice. At the end of the day, it is still your choice. You do however you want your pregnancy to work and however you want it to flow that way. And that is because pregnancy is different. All pregnancy is different. And so we cannot judge one pregnancy by the other. Now, there is wisdom in listening to the right people. Example, I needed to listen to women and my close friends on certain parts of my pregnancy journey. And so that was wise, and I needed to, because they were giving me awareness. They were giving me language for what I was experiencing and going through. However, if there's other things that's just too much and it's too loud noise, you are in control of that. Listen to who you think is the right person to listen to. Cut off all ears. If it's too much, it's too much. A lot of women, just because they've had lots of pregnancies, multiple children, they think they know everything, which they do have lots of wisdom. However, it's still your pregnancy, it's still your choice, and every pregnancy is different. I've talked to so many people, and I know so many people who have so many kids, and all goes down to the bottom line: every pregnancy is different. All right, for my next point, birthing plan. A birthing plan is really, really needed, and I have got mine finalized, and it's detailed. It's extremely detailed, and I'll try to leave a screenshot of something similar that I've used to have the answers that I need and everything. I'll give you an example of some answers on there, whether or not you'll use an epidural, what to do with the baby immediately when you give birth, like will you have the baby out of the room or will you want to keep the baby in the room. So many questions and answers that you need to fill out and complete. For me, I know really what I want to do. One of my main birth things in my birthing plan that I have is that whoever has been walking with me during the pregnancy is in the delivery room with me. So my husband's really close to me. Obviously, he's been walking with me throughout this whole process, and so is my mom. I want them extremely close to me in the delivery room. I want them with me. That's because they've been walking with me through the pregnancy journey. Another impact of that too, I guess another why of that, is because I've realized, and this is again my pregnancy is really about, and me learning more about pregnancy and birthing in general, it's more mental and emotional than anything. And so if I can hone in on how I am mentally and emotionally, and who I know can help me when there's contractions and when there's pain arises in life or anything in general, who I run to, who do I go to, that's who I need for birth. Who can contain Kaylin, who can help Kaylin, right? That's who I need with me in the birthing room. And if you aren't and haven't been walking with me in those seasons, you're not in the delivery room with me, because that's too intimate and that's too sacred and that's too close to me. That's just me, my personal preference. Again, I've done lots of research, talked to a lot of women and lots of videos and stuff on pregnancy, and it all for me comes down to mental and emotional capacity and building my emotional and mental capacity up as well, to breathe, to think, to reason, all while I'm giving birth, because it is such an intense process that, yes, I am focusing on the physical, such as stretching and things like that, but I also want to hone in on that part of me. And so people who are more patient, people who do not necessarily react or respond, to hard or serious cases, or who have the capacity to deal with me when I'm in those places, those are the people most close to me during birth. No exceptions. No exceptions at all. So that's that. Let me see what else is on my list. Okay, so I'll talk about like trimester-ish / birthing things as well. So the beginning of, or actually no part of pregnancy I've had nausea or morning sickness, and thank you Jesus, that is all to a man's health. This is research, this is studies, this is doctor approved. It is all connected to how the man is their health going. Are they eating well? They're exercising? What are they consuming in their body? How's their sleep regimen? All those things like that are directly connected to the man. Thank you Jesus, my husband is a very healthy man, and so I didn't have to worry about that during my pregnancy. Thank you Lord. And so if you are a pregnant mama or wanting to be pregnant, if you're married or whatever it is, I would highly tell your husband, baby, if you're eating well, if you're eating unhealthy, we gotta stop. If you're eating lots of fried foods, you gotta stop. Let's put some more veggies and fruit in that regimen. Take vitamins. You too, mama, take vitamins as well. That just literally helps you out so much during pregnancy. I can't tell you how much it helps you, because I've heard nausea and morning sickness is not just in the morning. It can happen anytime during the day, or it can happen all day. And I am so thankful I was not a part of that number. That is only by God's grace. I don't even take that lightly. Like, that's God's grace. Yeah, all right. Another thing too is I'm in the second trimester, so we're ending that, and my nose is sniffing. That's common. It's just my hormones and all the changes and stuff. I had to pause on the video again, so if there's some little tracks or delays, because my phone is ringing, but I really want to get this video out the way today. Okay, so another thing, and let's talk about the differences from first trimester to second trimester as well. First trimester was new. Obviously it was the beginning. I really didn't know how my body was changing, how my mood swings were going to really impact me and my family throughout the pregnancy. There's so many other new things that I did not know and I was unaware of, but however, I'm so thankful that, you know, second trimester is here, because there's just a little bit more consistency and a little bit more rhythm that I'm noticing right now. Like I said earlier, the idea is to get so much stuff done within the house that I do not have to worry about it the beginning of the third trimester, because third trimester I'm not going to want to do anything really. Now I want things to be done and out the way. So that is that. If there's any more, I will definitely obviously do another video, but these have been on my heart for such a long time that I really wanted to share them, and I really wanted to let other women know that you are not alone. When you feel like you are losing your mind because you're having mood swings, you're being emotional, you're upset at your husband for no reason, you're upset at your family for no reason, you are leaking, and you know, you're trying to sleep and you feel a leak, you know, all these things that happen to us and to our bodies and everything, to let us know that our bodies are changing. And so adapt and grow with the changes. When I'm talking to my son, and this really helps me too, I always say like, okay Bubba, like it's okay baby, like I know you're changing, you're growing, you are a fetus like you are a baby, you are doing exactly what you're supposed to do, and life is supposed to adapt to that. So keep doing it. Like I'm supposed to adapt to that as a mom, my husband has to adapt to it as a father, and that is just how life works. That is how life is working. That is what life goes through. We are going through so many changes in life, and this is just one of those changes, so adapt to them. Final thing I'll say is that if the right people have to be around you at that time. If, again, we experience so much in our lives, we experience so much during pregnancy that this part isn't consistent. Like the entire pregnancy, you just don't know what's going to happen. Therefore, if there's people who really can't understand or can't grasp that with you, whether it's your time, you know, I'm sorry I can't hang out, I'm sleeping. Tell you guys, I have 4-hour nap days, and those were consistent during first trimester and the beginning of second. Like I was sleeping all day long and it was hard for me. I had like 2 hours to try to sleep at night. But yeah, I say that to say that it's really a serious change that we're going through. This is a life-changing thing. It's no light journey. Just like with marriage needs, you know, that intimate time together with you and your spouse to create a rhythm, to create you choose just everything together, y'all's own equilibrium, how y'all work, the arguments, the whatever, to just try to become one. Y'all need that time to yourselves. Y'all don't need a lot of outside voices, right? Same thing with being pregnant and being a mom. You don't need too many outside voices that'll confuse you, that'll overwhelm you, and it'll bring you anxiety. What you need are the right people to help you, the right voices around you, and the right people to walk you through it. That's what you really need. Preparation for birth, I will say what I've been use apps. Those have really helped me. I know I'm not doing everything that I'm supposed to be doing right. There's a lot of free things out there that you can receive. I have yet to try to even get any of the free items, just because my brain can't really comprehend all that right now. It's just too much, and I really need someone to sit down and help me with it. But eventually, you know, maybe sometime next week I'll have that time to sit down and do it. But I'll say that whatever you can, do it. And again, no guilt. We are living a guilt-free time. Eat as much as you want. Y'all, I've gained so much weight. The number is over 165 now. Okay? It's over 165, but that means that I'm growing something healthy in my body, and I'm changing and elevating. And so I need to be in tune with my process as much as I can. Less stress. If there's any, this is the time where if anyone is stressing you out, if life is stressing you out and you don't have the capacity you have to do because you're bringing something big into this world, why do babies take 9 months, right? Like, it's because it's that big of a process, and it's that huge that it needs that much time, that much consideration to be birthed and to be developed in the world. That means you too, mama, need that much time and consideration. If you are emotional and your hormones are going a little bit up, and you have mood swings, find creative outlets. This is something that I've started working on now too. I now have lots of creative outlets that I can do. If it's book reading, drawing, whatever it is, I have those outlets. Likewise with you mamas, use those outlets, okay? Prayer, pray, and journal. That's number one. Then go to the outlets, whether it's hanging out with friends, coffee shops, whatever it is, massages, just breathing deeply, putting on worship music, whatever your outlet is, to get through those moments so you don't crash out. Because unfortunately, I have crashed out. I've crashed out and I did not have what I needed with me. I crashed out when I should have, you know, when I was hungry and I should have been eating. Like, just so many things going on in your mind and your body. I'm letting you know now, if you feel your body doing that, you feel yourself getting emotional, ask for personal space from your spouse. Be by yourself as long as you need, and rest and recharge. That's because you really need it. The season is coming, and it's gonna be, the season is here, right? So pregnancy is one thing, and then birth, postpartum, and then birth is another thing too. Start taking care of yourself now. Start using those outlets now. Use, again, your support system, the people around you now. And above all else, stay close to God. This season, God only knows, okay? He is number one. He has the most capacity out of everyone I know, okay? Most capacity out of everyone I know. There's life, bills, things are happening with other people, that he has the most and ultimate capacity. So I go to him. I go to prayer. I have my journal. I am praying about every little thing because I need to give it to him to let it go, or else if I keep it, my emotions are going to tell me, shoot up, girl. And I can't do that, right? Another resource is some of the apps have groups where you can be on. So meet other moms. If you feel comfortable, join that. Meet other moms. Ask questions about your birth with them too. It's kind of good because they don't really know you and y'all are all in this together. So what knowledge do y'all have y'all been learning? What has other people been telling you all? Has anyone been looking at TikTok videos and Instagram? What have y'all been saying and stuff? So I love you guys so much, and I hope this video was so helpful for you all. We are planning on again, if you are pregnant right now or about to be pregnant soon, you and your husband are trying, I really hope you find this video helpful. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Love you.